Hey there everyone, this is Jeremy, the Music Andy, and I'm here today to talk to you about an album that I think that is overlooked. It's in the emo category. It's Animals in Predicaments from Lawnchairs. Releasing in 2018, this is the debut album from the band. It's dripping in uniqueness, it's super fresh, it's jazzy emo, it's lo-fi, and it has math as the main component, constantly shoving and pushing this rhythm all around the track. These 10 songs are definitely not all the same, but they still have a lot of the same components going into each one. There's a lot of highs and lows on this one, but for the most part, 9 out of 10 of these songs are fantastic, and that does not sound too bad, does it? I want to say right now, if clean production is your thing, I would turn away right now. This is super noisy, it's super lo-fi, it's super restrictive. It sounds as flat as a pop that's left in your fridge for 2 weeks, and then you crack it open. It still has a little bit of fizz on it. You pour it in, but really it's just cold water with syrup sitting on top of it. And you can taste all the little sugar particles, and it just tastes disgusting, and you don't ever want to drink the pop again or just leave pop in your fridge ever again because you don't want to be betrayed like that ever again. I get it. If you don't want any of that, then don't check out this album, but if you can hang it with it and you want to listen to something very unique, something very dripping with talent, these guys played their hearts out, it's super raw, then check this album out for sure. Despite this album really containing and being restrictive on the sound and harshness of the notes that are being played, this is an emo album that's super quirky, it's full of anxiety, it's full of self-doubt, introspective thoughts. It's incredibly fun, but dreadful at the same time with its lyrics. And while saying all of that, at the same time, it's so raw, it's so explosive, it's so confident in itself and how uncoordinated it is. And I think that's an incredible thing. And it goes with the theme of emo in general for me. Apandoned, Banda. I'll go over the song titles later. They're a little goofy and eccentric, but nonetheless, they're still very fun. Has everything that I just previously mentioned in 3 minutes and 24 seconds. And if that sounds like your kind of thing, just check out this track first. If you like it, then check out the rest of this album for sure. The vocals, despite being engulfed in these twitchy, uncoordinated guitars, stay sincere, calm, and gentle at times. And they really help guide the songs. The title song, Stone-Tongued Snake, really sets the table on what these vocals are capable of doing. The Loneliest Castronaut continues with these instruments really tightening up and getting more in sync, but that does not mean that they lose their grit whatsoever. This band does a fantastic job of being experimental, but still being incredibly enjoyable at the same time, which I feel some experimental bands really have a hard time doing. That's why experimental music is more of person to person, because people's tastes are just so particular, and experimental music really pushes that out. I think the main thing that really does this is the vocals that are on this. They're super catchy, they're super swingy, they're super uplifty, but they are, as I said, the lyrics are so dreadful, and it's just covered in such a bubblegum way that it just is very sincere to listen to and nice to listen to. Bambi's Mom, the next track, kind of have this Sleep Patterns vibe, which is a song from Merchant Chips. If you do not know that song, please go on YouTube, listen to that song, think about life, and then come back to this video. But going back to Bambi's Mom, this is a song that has a super danceable bass and drum. It has a guitar that is screeching. It sounds like it's hitting the jackpot. It's going absolutely insane, and I just love this guitar player so much. And the vocals, again, are super addictive. They're full of self-hatred, self-doubt, and it's an incredible listen all the way through on this song. Overturned Turtle is the one song on this album that I don't enjoy as much. It is not a bad song, it just does not connect with me as much as the rest of them do. It has a nice swing to it like the other songs, but again, it doesn't really excite me as much as the other ones are. It's a lot more contained, not really exploding at any moments or having anything really stand out for me. The next track, Bunny Wants His Money, with money being spelled M-U-N-N-Y, which is very funny. It's a song that returns to the original roots on the rest of this album. A disjointed guitar that is kind of squawking all over the place. And again, a very addicting listen of a... This song goes back to the previous sound structures that are in this. It's super fast and constantly evolving. The chords are very progressive. They're always changing in key and style in which they're being played. And the vocals, again, are very calm, very gentle. They're helping guide a ship that's completely on fire and sinking into the water. Snails in Quicksand plays exactly how the title would be explained. It is a creeping bass with very gentle taps from the drums, and these finger-plucked chords from the guitar player that adds a very slow, crawling, dragging momentum to it. This ultimately just gets turned into this contorted jog of a song. It's carrying momentum very well, and then it just kind of dissipates at the end of it. The next three songs kind of continue with the themes that have been played so far: noisy, chaotic jazz with dark emo vocal lyrics. They are played all very well. This Forgettable Frog is super progressive. It is very crescendo-ish. It is always building, getting faster, getting louder. Just a great listen of a song. Then we have the song Some Geese, which is probably my favorite song on this entire one. Maybe the first track on this, Stone Tongue Snake, but Some Geese is very frantic, it's very experimental. The vocalist is screaming about his brain and the mental state that it's in, and the instruments are kind of fitting everything that's being described. Everything is constantly falling apart. There's no sense of purpose to these instruments. And again, it is just going with these lyrics perfectly, and it is very poetic. It is very emotionally moving. And just as it's peaking its emotional movement, it kind of gets moved into this very nice, easy state of momentum that is carried throughout the entire song, that eventually reaches a boiling point, and then it is just played out with a quick little chord progression from them, and that's the end of the album. To summarize it all in a few sentences, this is a emo album that is incredibly unique. It's very poised with a forefront of jazz, of math, and the undertones of emo noise are in it that make it very chaotic. It puts an image in my head of people moshing to it with their pinkies out, being very sophisticated about it. The lyrics on this are sharp and direct, but they're sung in a very upbeat, positive way that kind of makes it feel like honey and medicine, making it go down a lot easier. But at the same time, they can go very cutthroat, very raw, and it's just a punch in the face at points. If you can handle the production, I 100% think that this is an album that you should go in and listen to. Again, if you want to listen to one song, Apandoned, Banda is the one to do it. Just talking quick about the song titles. Yes, this is a goofy album cover, and yes, these are goofy song titles, but it is all in good fun, and these songs are definitely not goofy at all. You don't even need to like emo to really get into this album. There are so many mixtures going on here. Just people that are fans of music should all like this, I think. But again, that is just my opinion. It doesn't mean anything more than anybody else's. I'm very excited to share this album with people, and I think that it should have a little bit more attention to it. What albums do you think are overlooked? It could be in any genre. What albums would you like me to review in the future? Please leave a comment below and let me know, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.